Tesla Cybertruck is now officially the auto industry's biggest flop in decades.
How can that be true?
A sales flop that missed the volume goal by a staggering 84% with no sign that things are improving. They won't even accept this thing anymore as a trade-in.
That's the greatest. They
won't even accept.
When Elon Musk unveiled the Cybertruck in November 2019, reactions ranged from breathless excitement to outright bewilderment. With over 1 million pre-orders pouring in almost immediately, Tesla envisioned the Cybertruck as a status symbol of the electric vehicle revolution. Bulletproof exoskeleton, 60 miles per hour in under 2.9 seconds, and a towing capacity north of 14,000 pounds. It was the future-made manifest, a stainless steel monolith ready to conquer off-road trails, urban streets, and even small arms fire. Fast forward to realities. Manufacturing delays, quality mishaps, and a market that feels increasingly alienated rather than electrified. One of the most glaring failures has been Tesla's refusal to accept Cybertrucks in trade-in, a policy that left early adopters trapped with steeply depreciating assets, many losing nearly 40% of their vehicle's value in under 6 months. Meanwhile, unsold units piled up at Tesla depots, creating a $200 million inventory glut that the company has no clear path to clear. On Wall Street, confidence evaporated. In less than 30 days after a series of high-profile recalls and public relations misfires, Tesla's market capitalization plunged by $135 billion. The fallout wasn't confined to the US and Canada. The federal government swiftly disqualified Tesla from its EV rebate programs, freezing $43 million CAD in pending rebates and watching the Cybertruck vanish from showrooms within 72 hours. European regulators struck back, imposing retaliatory tariffs on US-made EVs and removing Tesla from subsidy schemes in Germany, France, and Italy. As export volumes to Europe and Canada dropped by roughly 40%, investors began pulling out, driving the stock into historic freefall over 9 weeks. Institutional portfolios, once heavily weighted with Tesla shares, dumped en masse, and Tesla's own board was reported to be in panic over exposed capital and spiraling earnings forecasts. Under the hood and across its hallmark stainless steel body, Cybertrucks have been beset by defect after defect. The signature exoskeleton, rather than shrugging off scratches, has shown pockets of corrosion when paintless finishes interact with road salt. Powertrain units have overheated, leading to reduced range claims far below the advertised 500 miles. Charging modules in some models failed to communicate with third-party chargers, trapping owners at stations and on deserted byways. Software glitches have become almost routine. Screens locking up, drive modes toggling without warning, and advanced autopilot features misreading road markings. Safety concerns came into sharp focus when a recall of over 10,000 units was issued due to loose fasteners in the front axle assembly, an issue that can suddenly disable steering assistance. Every new service bulletin seems to spawn fresh anxiety among owners, many of whom report having to visit service centers multiple times just to regain basic functionality. Facing miles of uncompensated downtime, frustrated owners have turned to lemon law claims state by state. Criteria vary dramatically. Some states require 3 repair attempts for the same issue. Others demand 30 days out of service. But countless cases have been filed in California, Texas, and Florida alone. High-profile plaintiffs have emerged, alleging not just repeated failures but emotional stress and lost business opportunities stemming from unreliable work trucks. These legal battles carry a heavy toll. Attorney fees mount, resale values dwindle to near zero, and many victims say they will never buy another Tesla. And while some settlements have granted buybacks or extended warranties, they seldom cover lost productivity or the embarrassment of driving a viral, futuristic pickup that spends more time in the shop than on the road. The Cybertruck debacle has cast a long shadow over Tesla's broader business. Overall, vehicle deliveries slid for 3 straight quarters, as conservative buyers turned toward more proven brands. By the end of March 2025, Tesla's EU market share had collapsed from double digits to barely 5%. Meanwhile, BYD, the Chinese EV juggernaut, surged into the void. Fully vertically integrated and largely insulated from trade war fallout, BYD signed new government fleet contracts across Asia, Latin America, and Africa. In Q1 2025, BYD outsold Tesla globally for the first time. In Canada, a ban on exporting critical minerals to politically linked U.S. automakers cost Tesla access to domestic supplies of nickel, cobalt, and lithium, while Volkswagen secured a 10-year Quebec lithium contract and BYD gained priority access to local nickel. These shifts aren't just statistical footnotes. They signal a reordering of the international auto landscape, with Tesla increasingly squeezed by currency headwinds and trade allies recoiling from Musk's public controversies. The ripple effects extend beyond Tesla's balance sheet. Credit markets tightened as major U.S. indexes, Dow, S&P 500, tumbled in tandem with Tesla's stock. IPO pipelines froze, and housing markets in Tesla-linked cities like Austin, Fremont, and Sparks began to soften as gigafactory output dropped by 35% and parts shortages forced multiple line pauses. Federal and state budgets, once buoyed by EV incentives and corporate payrolls, now face shortfalls, Michigan, Ohio, and California among the hardest hit. Internationally, global trade alliances have been restructured to exclude U.S. firms perceived as politically unstable. The EU and Canada extended tariffs to tech, minerals, and software. Latin American governments repurposed charging infrastructure originally promised to Tesla for VW and BYD networks. Asia's major auto hubs, Japan and South Korea, have publicly distanced themselves from U.S. EV supply chains. China now dominates the global EV leadership narrative, and foreign direct investment in U.S. manufacturing has plummeted. The dollar itself has weakened against a new green energy currency basket, a barometer of confidence eroded by Tesla's upheaval. On the home front, Tesla's workforce erupted in spontaneous walkouts across its 3 major plants, swelling to some 20,000 employees striking by early May. Management responded with mass firings and legal threats, shifting public sympathy toward the workers. When national news cameras rolled into halted production lines, Tesla's image as the innovative disruptor lay in tatters. Pension funds and institutional portfolios were wiped out, and top board members quietly resigned. As of today, Tesla's valuation has slipped below that of several legacy automakers, and Elon Musk himself has receded from the limelight, eclipsed by a narrative of overreach and radical disappointment. The Cybertruck stands as a cautionary tale, a testament to how unmatched ambition, without the bedrock of rigorous execution and customer trust, can implode spectacularly. For all its groundbreaking design and marketing muscle, the Cybertruck has cost Tesla billions, shaken entire economies, and left thousands of owners feeling trapped in a technological cul-de-sac. As the industry pivots toward more balanced, sustainable approaches, fueled by European stability and Chinese integration, the Cybertruck episode underscores a simple truth. Innovation must be matched by reliability, or the fallout can be catastrophic. Now it's your turn. Share your perspective in the comments. What lessons should the auto industry, or any industry, take from this fiasco? Smash that like button if you found this video insightful, and subscribe for more data-driven analysis on the global auto sector. Until next time, stay charged, preferably not by a Cybertruck.